Hi, I'm Doc AJ Chua welcoming you to Adjusting Your Heart. Forgiveness is integral in any relationship. Learning how to make an effective apology can help the offended party calm down and forgive you more easily. But how come there were times that even after apologizing, the offended party is still angry at you? The answer can be found in Dr. Gary Chapman and Jennifer Thomas's 5 languages of apology. Their research revealed that people differ in the way they want to be apologized to. Misunderstanding and conflicts inevitably occur in any relationship, between husband and wife, between parents and children, between friends, or between colleagues. So let's try to patch things up with people whom we have a conflict with. If we need to apologize, then let's humble ourselves and do it. And according to Dr. Gary Chapman and Jennifer Thomas, for an apology to be effective, you have to know that person's preferred language of apology. Maybe you said, I don't even know mine. Then there's a free online quiz. It's found in www.5lovelanguages.com quizzes/apology-quiz. We'll put the link below so you can check that out. So the first language of apology is expressing regret. Saying, I am sorry. But for it to be effective, you have to do it sincerely. And better, as soon as possible. Don't wait till you're caught. For instance, your child immediately told you upon coming home, Mom or Dad, I'm sorry. I failed the exam because I didn't study hard the other night. You will be angrier if the teacher called you up or you saw that your child lied about his grades, right? So I'm wearing this red blouse to prove a point. Look at this, the hole in this red blouse. A few years ago, I got Decker vein. It's something like carpal tunnel, like it's so painful to the point that I can't even tie my hair. I can't even do this. I had to wear a splint for 3 months and had to undergo physical therapy. And yet, I wasn't well at that time. So another doctor recommended that I get an injection of steroids. I said, how many times do I need to do it? He said it would depend how long it would last. So I gave it a try, and thank God I was better. But after that, I had to take good care of my wrist because if something happens, the pain might come back. So I started avoiding carrying heavy stuff. I stopped playing badminton, and I also stopped ironing our own clothes. So every 2 weeks, we would hire an extra helper. And one time, the extra helper came to me and said, Ate, I'm sorry. And she showed me this blouse. I burned it. Since she already apologized, even though this is a pre-loved blouse, but if I'm gonna ask her to pay for it, let's say pay a little, even just a little amount, it's still gonna be difficult for them. So I just told her nicely that just be extra careful next time. And in apologizing, be specific. Like, I'm sorry for forgetting your birthday, or I'm sorry for forgetting about our anniversary. I'm sorry for making you feel left out. And I hope we would remember, coming from an Asian context, especially among the older people, it's not easy for them, or they're not accustomed to apologizing. So their way of apologizing would be to call you first, to talk to you first, or to give you a peace offering. And that is their way of apologizing. The second language of apology is accepting responsibility. Saying, I was wrong. Like, I was wrong for not validating your feelings, or I was wrong for not listening. Please don't make excuses. Like you would say, it's because I'm busy, or you came at the wrong time. That will make the offended party just angrier. So you just stop with, I was wrong for not listening to you. And please, when you apologize, please don't bring up the mistake of that person. Like you said that, I was wrong for not listening to you. And you said, because that's what you do. For so many times, you've always been like that. Then there will be a fight, right? And you only apologize for what you did wrong. Maybe, like, I'm sorry if I've hurt your feelings. Like, I remember the previous video in our COVID journey part 2, I shared that Hans and I had a conflict And afterwards, I apologized to him. I said, I'm sorry for stressing you out when you were sick. And then I just hugged him and kissed him on the cheek. The third language of apology is making restitution. Asking, what can I do to make it right? Let's say you accidentally broke your sibling's iPad. You just can't say you're sorry. You have to offer to pay for it, right? Or upon saying that, I'm sorry, I forgot your birthday, then you could immediately order a gift online. Or just post it in Facebook to greet your friend. Or let's say if it's regarding forgetting a wedding anniversary, same, you could still immediately order a gift online. Or maybe to make it up for that, you could immediately cook a meal. And let's say after the pandemic, then you could treat your spouse to a romantic dinner this coming weekend, or a weekend getaway. Even though it's belated, it's the thought that counts, and it shows that you want to make it right. The fourth language of apology is genuinely repenting, saying, I'll try my best not to do it again. For instance, before we had a fight with Hans regarding him being late from office, so I told him the next time, just text me beforehand, because knowing that he'll be home, let's say by 7 p.m., I would hurriedly come home, cook dinner, and then he would be late, but he would forget the text. But what I appreciate about Hans is after telling him this, he would try his best. Like when he knew he would be late, then he would just give me a text. Then I said, that's okay, because then I would be able to adjust so that I don't need to reheat the food, I don't need to prepare very fast, so I can just relax a bit. And I also told him that though it was true that maybe there's a heavy traffic or his boss gave him extra tasks to do, but I told him that you just no need to explain, because for me that will come across as an excuse. You just tell me that, okay, I'm sorry, but I'll be late. So he would afterwards, he knew what I wanted, and he would just send a short text, and that's okay. So we don't need to fight about the same thing again and again. And we have to remember that men and women are very different. It's very difficult for most men to apologize. So their way of apologizing would be, let's say, maybe to just hug you, to give you a simple gift, they help with the dishes. And like for me, I took the test, and it showed that my language of apology would be this one, genuinely repenting. So for me, it's okay that Hans doesn't say that he's sorry. As long as I see him changing, I'm okay. The fifth language of apology is requesting forgiveness. Some people would want to hear, will you please forgive me? So one common regret people have is that they haven't apologized or they haven't forgiven someone. And I hope that we won't wait until it's too late to apologize or forgive someone. This pandemic revealed to us how short life is. So let's not waste it in fighting one another or in cold wars. Jesus modeled unconditional love and forgiveness for us. May we offer that also to other people. So my challenge is, if you have hurt someone, apologize. If there's anyone who have hurt you, forgive. You can check out my previous video entitled Be Happy, Live Without Bitterness. So one more tip. In case you don't know the language of apology of that person that you offended, it will be safe to just say something like this. I'm sorry. I was wrong in blank. How can I make it up to you? Will you please forgive me? And I'll try not to do it again. Okay, so something like that. So now I'd like to thank some people who have encouraged us. Alfred and Michelle Jane Ang, Annabel Hasanyon, Principal Annalie of QCCA, Benita or Juanita Chua, Elder Benjamin and Judy Luzon, Dorothy Ngo, Eileen Wong, Emerlito Aguero, Emily Go, Reverend Gonzalo and Pastor Julie Pe, Janet Cordoves Lim, Makati City Councilor Tosca Puno Ramos, Joyce Teong, Jubilian Nang, Principal Judy Tan of St. Stephen's High School, Kevin Martin, Joyce de Sembrana Cayabyab, Jerwin and Joanna Lim Privandos, Marietta Uy, Pastor Michelle Ching, Rebecca Lee Himes, Elder Stanley and Ansi, Uncle Willie and Auntie Piakhui Ong, and Reverend William and Deborah D. If you're blessed by this video, please like, subscribe, and share it to others. Stay safe!